Hello everyone and welcome to 3DS Max online training program at SaiCad Center. In day 7, we are going to discuss about how to apply material in our model, and also we will see how to use our Autodesk material library and how to import our other file format model into the 3ds Max environment, right? So let me begin our session with the 3ds Max. Before we continue, let me introduce myself. My name is Setu Nandania and I am a Autodesk certified instructor, right? So let me continue now. So here I am sharing my 3ds Max screen. Please confirm it once that it is visible or not. The Max
Yes, sir,
screen is
visible.
visible. Okay, good. Now see, in our today's assignment, I will share you a IGES file format where we have one AutoCAD model actually. So I am sharing you that model in a IGES file format. So first of all, I will show you that importing our entire AutoCAD model to this file, right? So for example, go to this Max icon, then go to the import. Here we have link Revit file, link AutoCAD file, or you can use this import button also for the import. If you are going to link that thing, so that link must be unbreakable, right? If your source file will be uh, changed, the position of your source file will be changed or removed, then there may be some problems. So always import your model. When you done your model in other software like Revit or AutoCAD, just click on the import and you can import your model. So for now I am importing a AutoCAD model over here. Say for example this one, right? So this is our AutoCAD drawing file. Then click on open, and here we have some settings, but just leave it. In the layers we have both the layers, spline editing, so nothing to change over here. So let we use the same setting for now, and we will check the rest options in some trial and error method, right? So click on OK first, and here we have our AutoCAD file with some material that actually applied in the AutoCAD environment. Alt W to maximize your viewport. And first of all, what we will do, just go to the M for your material and create a standard material with a little off-white color, right? Nothing else. Then select your entire model and apply that thing. Because see, you have to understand one thing, that any material from the other software will not work over here, right? All the softwares are comfortable with their own materials. Now see, when we import this model, actually this model is divided automatically in some groups, right? So that's a problem with the AutoCAD model. Just orthographic view. Okay, now it is proper. So see, we have all the grid options over here. Then if I choose over here, then all these objects are same, right? So if you want to apply some different materials, to this object, what you need to do, you need to convert these objects into editable poly, right? So this is our one option. Let we use one more option. So don't save, all new file. So here we have new file, go to the import again, choosing the same model, and drive AutoCAD primitives by one object. Let me choose one object over here, then click on OK, and let's have a look what we have. So we have a entire model in a single object, right? So these are the single entity, and we need to convert this model into a editable poly. Then we can apply our material to the individual face. Otherwise all the materials will apply automatically to the entire model, whatever material you are going to apply. For example, this one, then select this one and right click and assign. So see, in this way you will get a result over here. Let me take one more try. So again, new file, going to the import, AutoCAD model, open, and this time we will choose entity. Let's say entity, click on OK. Now let's have a look what we get. So here we have all the individual objects. See, so this file format is the proper one, right? So whenever you are importing your model from the other software, then use entity objects, so you will get all the objects separately. But make sure that you have all this separate object in your AutoCAD file. If you have create a union over there in your AutoCAD or a Revit file, then it will be union over here, right? And also let have a look with the edges. So here we have a complete edges without any mesh model, but actually I have shared a IGS file format to you, right? So just work with that file format, and also if you want I will share this AutoCAD file format to you also, right? So this is a way where we can actually create a individual object. So everything is now as per our requirement, proper and individual, right? Only accept this floor. So because this may be a single object in AutoCAD file, so we have a single object over here also, right? That is why. Otherwise all the objects are separate. Are you getting my point, what I am talking about? See, if I want to apply some material to this object and I want to apply different material to this object, so these both object must be individual object, right? Then and then we are able to apply individual material. Or we need to convert this thing into editable poly, then we need to work like that. But it will be a very complicated task for us. So it is better to have a individual or a separate file with us. Now let me call a IGS file format. So in the IGES file format, actually our model store in a mesh model geometry, right? Our model is actually stored in a mesh model geometry. So which type of geometry we will get? So let me take a new file, import. This time I am choosing this IGS file format that I have created from this 3D model, and click on open, and make sure your direction is proper. Y direction should be up. Click on import, and here we have our model, right? But when you turn on your edged faces, so see, when you bring your IGS file format, it will appear with the mesh model. So here you will get only triangular elements. See, all the elements are triangular one. Click on ungroup first. So now we have this individual object. But if you want to work at face level, for example, I want to apply some material to this face only, this one face. So we need to work at editable poly. IGES is a file transfer protocol program, right? If you want to convert or if you want to transfer your model from one software to other software, then we need to convert in some file format. So mainly two types of file formats are very popular. One is IGES and second one is STEP, step file, right? So these are the two file formats that are very popular to transfer your model from one software to another software. So every designing software support these two file formats, IGES and step. So if you have a Revit file and you want to open that CAD model into another software which actually doesn't support that Revit file format. So what you need to do, you need to convert your model into IGS or step file format, and then that file will readable in the other software whatever you want. It is clear now? Okay, good. So the demerit of this IGES file format is you understood, right? That it's a very tough task to apply material at face level. For example, I want to apply, let me change the color of this to something else. Okay. And for example, I want to apply this material to this face only. So now see, someone have asked me a question yesterday that how to apply material at only individual face, right, with editable poly option. So first of all, just select your model, then right click and convert it into editable poly. So once we convert our model into editable poly, I'm selecting polygons. So see, we have this type of polygons over here. So it is very difficult to apply material to these individual faces. So if you have to create a material only on this area, so it will be a very difficult and very tough task, right? Because we need to work with the model first. Let me do one thing, just select it and try to delete it. What we get, click on remove. So it is fine, we can remove that. And then we need to add one more point to create a vertical line over here. So we need to create one vertex. So click on vertex, this one, hold your shift key and creating a copy of that. Okay, so we have this node over here. Now make sure the Y position are same. So this should be Control C, and on this it should be Control V. Okay, now select this both and click on the where we have connect. It is not connected. Select both, click on connect. So this type of problems you will get. So I hope you get my point exactly, right? So tomorrow I will share you a AutoCAD file also, so you can import that with the entity option. So first of all, let we begin our task today with the this model IGS file format model, where we have individual objects. So as I told you, first how to apply material. So before you apply, just create a white material first, then apply that material to entire model. Assign. Okay. Now let me discuss about the Autodesk material library, because we already learn how to create individual materials, right? So if you want a material with the paints and all that you can create a wooden material, but for that we need that type of images. And we have so many images inbuilt in our file. So that is our Autodesk material library. And for the Autodesk material library, we need to shift to the NVIDIA mental ray option. So go to render setup F10, right? And over here your render should be now NVIDIA mental ray. If you are using newer version of 3ds Max, then check the other render settings, right? Just click on that and make sure that you get this option over here. See, right now we are not getting, so sometimes this thing happens. So just we need to restart this entire software. That's a tiny problem we have, because 3ds Max is a very huge software. So sometimes you will get that type of problems. So in 2019 you have art render. Good. So in the art render, are you getting that Autodesk material library? Good. So you have to choose that art render as a render engine, right? So let me call that model again. Click on the import. And first of all, place your model at origin if it is possible. Ungroup that thing, and actually it will remain over here. No problem. Now, as I told you, we will go with the same method. So first of all, F10, assign render should be NVIDIA Mental Ray, in your case art render, right? Then now go to the material, and over here you will get this Autodesk material library. So for the beginner purpose, for the initial things, you have to work with the library tools, because you will get so many idea about material creation from this library. And initially you will get pre-created materials over here, so it will be easier for you to use this library and get some useful output, right? So for the initial purpose, just use this library. Let we grab this paint material and see we have some kind of bump effect on that. So this type of matte finish actually we will get on our wall, and this is a color. But if you want use this map as a color, right, so you can use your own color. But this effect, I like this bump effect, so just break this thing and delete this thing. I want this one, so you can use that in your own. Choose your standard material. Here we have right click on preview. Now let me attach this to the bump. So we have that type of effect over here. Increase the level of bump, so you will get the exact idea, right? But won't increase this much. This is just for your preview purpose, but won't increase this much. Okay, always try to keep your value around 30 to 50, which is enough, right? But if you still want some more, then increase it. So that depends on your requirement. So we like this, and the color should be this one. Okay, so when you actually going to render this thing, you will get the different output. See, let me show you that on the side by side over here. So again, one more standard material, and double click on that, go to the diffuse color, and let me choose a perfect white color for both. So for this also, diffuse color should be white. Okay, and let me change this bump to the 50, and double click on this, and click on the open preview window. Now see, can you feel any difference on this face and on this face? Right, we have a very matte finish over here, and we have a complete glossy finish over here. So this is due to bump effect, right? So in this way you can use your maps from the art gallery or our Autodesk library also. So it is fine for the beginning purpose, not to create a entire material yourself, but you can use that material. So first of all, let me start our work with the white color. Okay, so this is our first thing that we provided. Now let me apply some other materials. For example, I want a wooden flooring, right, in our model. Or first of all we will add some glass material, so it will be visible for us. So our model will be a little handy. So let me get glass material. So how to create glass material? So for the glass material, see, using this standard material, it will give you a only transparency effect. See, for example, I'm choosing this and going to decrease the opacity, will give you only transparency effect. What is this on this one? Yes. So this one will give you only transparency effect, right? Increase the specular level, so you get the idea that we have a transparent object over here. But to create a perfect glass material or a water or anything, you can use this race trace also, right? So this race trace material, and in this material, just double click on that, and here we have a reflection and transparency. So on the transparency, just take it to the white, so it will be transparent. See, just turn on this background, but you will get a index of reflection over here. So with the help of index of reflection, you can provide a magnifying effect or demagnifying effect, right? So every glass material actually change the direction of rays, right? So glass material carries, for example, 1.6 index of reflection. For example, you are creating a water, then you can google it, the index of reflection for the material. So this will give you a complete effect with the glass, not the standard one. Standard one will give you only transparency, but this will give you a glass effect, right? Similarly, we have a mental ray engine right now. So we have a mental ray templates also, and here the standard template of the mental ray is arch and design. So you can use this arch and design. The rest of the setting you will find same. Just click on that. We have diffuse color, we have reflection, and we have refraction, and also transparency. So refraction, increase this. So this is our transparency, right? Just turn on this background so you will view that properly. Now over here we have again index of reflection. So this thing will actually depend that index of reflection, you will get the result. If you choose one, this is your air bubble, right? If you increase that, it will give you a magnifying result, and if you are going to decrease it, you will get the opposite one. So this type of so in this way you have to enter your index of reflection for your materials. So all the materials have a same basic setting. All the materials have diffuse color and diffuse level, then reflectivity, glossiness, transparency, and also we have index of reflection. Which version you have, Sivani? 2018. Then you will get art render option over there in the render setup. Type F10, and over here you will get art render option. So in the art render you will get that Autodesk library, right? And in the scan line we have these options. You might have different, right? It is not necessary to have same, but you will get all these options in every material. every standard materials. Okay. So instead of creating this glass ourselves, let we use the standard glass. So just deleting this all and going to the Autodesk material library, and here we have a collection of glass, also glazing. We have clear glass, clear also, blue, green, clear light, clear white, yellow, blue, frosted clear glass also we have. So let we take this frosted clear glass, turn on this and check the background. See, this is a for frosted glass where actually it's a semi-transparent glass we can say. And for the frosted glass we have some kind of pattern over here. Reflection, ruggedness. So it's a clear glass now. So there must be some ruggedness. Let me choose zero point 0.5. Okay. Now I think this is fine. I want to apply this glass to my all the windows. So I'm selecting from here this one, press Ctrl this one, right click and assign. Then on the other side, right click, assign. Then also here we have nothing. Okay, it's just opening. So in this way you have to begin with the small object and then come on all the way up with the other options. So here and here this is a glass, and also on this two window we have glass, and that's it. I think we cover all the glasses. This one also we have. Now whatever changes we will do in this glass will automatically apply on all the objects, right? Here we have one more on the bottom. Okay, this one again. So I think we cover all the objects. Now let we add some kind of steel material to this grill, or for example I want to apply black material to this grill, outer grill, so you can apply that also. So let we go to back again, let we go to the metallic, and in the steel we have so many steels over here. Strain brushed steel, polished diamond steel we have. Let's have a look how it is. So this type of steel we have, it's quite transparent. I don't need this. Delete it. Okay, so this is actually reflection pattern. It's not a transparent, it's a reflection because it's a glossy steel. Galvanized also we have. So Okay, fine. I will use this one, or simply we can apply a black color also if you want to apply a paint material, because it's a outer grill. So go to the paint, and here we have a paint with only bump map. So select this material, go to the color, and I'm choosing black color, dark black color, and hit OK. Okay, great. Now just select this, all the grills we have assign over here also, on this geometry. So in this way, if you are working with the interior model, you have to do the same process, right? Over here. So like this, you have to work step by step. On the gate, we have something different. Let me choose orthographic mode. So type U. Okay. So we have a uniform zoom in and zoom out. So in the gate, we have actually this horizontal and vertical members. So on this, we'll apply this black, right? And on the rest of the border, we will apply something else. So this is our actual standard. Let me go to the metallic and fabricated. Okay, this one is fine. So I'm selecting it and applying this to this geometry. Right click and assign to selection. But the exact effect of this material you will get on the rendering. Okay, on this both plate also, click on assign, and the rest grill we will use some other material. So this matte iron black finish we have, so I am applying that to these rest grills. We have to apply one by one, I think, because the other geometries are going to select. And one more thing, you also have to work with your interior model. Okay, whatever model you have created, you have to submit that with the material effect. And also this assignment that I have shared with you, so like this. And now let me work on the door frame. So this is our next task. So for the door frame we will find some wooden material over here. So let me close this metallic and paint, and also the stone wall covering, and let me go to the woods. And here we have wood panels also, particle board, penicillin yellow, Egyptian whiteboard, cardboard we have. We take this plywood new and have a look. I think this is fine. So we will apply this to our door panel. Then next door we need to find. Here we have. Okay, this door is missing. No problem. And one more tip to you all. If you are feeling uncomfortable with these shadows and all, then do one thing. Go to the lightings, go to the standard lights, and take this skylight and place it anywhere on your model, right? But it is too bright, so let it settle down. Now it is fine. So now you will get one even light tone at entire geometry, right? But it is actually too bright, so select it, go to the modifiers, and let me take to the 0.5. Okay, but again it will create some load on your software, on your system. So if you are comfortable with the regular one, then try to manage your work with that. Otherwise you can use this one, right? So this is one solution for you. Let me delete this. So we have a regular max lighting. And now what we will do, we will apply some wooden panels over here. So for the wood panel we will use a dark material. It's too reflective. No, this is also not so good. This is fine. Now select this door frame and start assigning your new material. Now see, it is gray in color because we actually do not turn on these both options. So you have to make sure that you turn on that option. Before we assign more material, just a minute, I want to teach you one more thing. See, for example, we have a plane over here, this plane, right? And let we use a tiling material. So flooring, tiling, not this one. And the ceramic tiles. So let me take one on this tile maybe. So see, in this tile actually we have these three images over here with their own scale, right? So if I'm going to assign this material to the selected geometry, make sure you turn on this both thing, so it will assign only a single times, right? So if you want to scale this thing up, right, I want to do a flooring over here. So what we need to do, we need to scale this entire material. So first of all, go to your image, first image, and here we have scale for that image, that is 6 inches by 6 inches width and height. So for example, I'm doing 2 inches and 2 inches, right? So this main material will be actually going to scale, but similarly we need to change the scale of other all geometries. So here it will be 4 inches and 4 inches, right? And on this we have 2 inches and 2 inches. So like this we need to do for all the geometries, all the objects, otherwise your pattern will not be proper, right? Because the overlapping of this image must be properly, right? So the scaling must be proper. So there is one more option for the scaling, and that is a individual scale. That thing is known as UVW map, right? So select your object, go to the modifiers, and here type UVW map, and you will get this. And with the help of this UVW map, you can provide your own size. For example, I want this image in 1 feet by 1 feet plane, right? So we have this scaled image, so entire material is going to scale over here, right, automatically. So in this way you can use this UVW map to scale your entire material. So similarly we apply a wooden material over here, but see the effect of this wood is not proper. So select it, go to the modifiers, type UVW map, not this one, UVW map, and always go with the box option. So the box option will give you almost proper result. And choose your value, initially go with the 1 feet by 1 feet, 1 feet. Then still if you find that this pattern is quite big enough, So go with the lower value, let's say 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches. Now see, we have a proper wooden effect. Still, if you feel that this effect is quite not that much fine enough, so let me go with the 1 inch. Right, so these are the scaling option we have. Now over here we have this type of pattern, on this side we have this type of pattern. So we have flip option also, so try to flip it. This is not fine, this is also not fine. Alignment, okay, now alignment is fine, so you can work with the alignment also. So in the X it is not good, Z is also not good, but Y it is fine. See, now everything is vertical and this is in a proper scale. Similarly for this window, go with the UVW map, and here we will use box option, and let me go with the 1 inch by 1 inch by 1 inch. So if you have a paint material, then it is fine, you can actually use anything for that. Actually here we haven't start that visibility of the material. So where is our plywood material? This one. And make sure you turn on this both thing, then and then it will be visible. Now see, the effect is fine, right? It is scaled. And check on the other door. See, this thing is not as per my requirement because it's a single image. So select it, and to scale it you can go with the UVW map, go with the box and provide your value. Right, so these are the pattern we have. So I hope you get the exact idea how to scale your material and how to apply your material. Right, so these are the two things, and both are separate. So it is not necessary to scale your all the images. See, sometimes we apply 3 4 or 5 maps over here, so it is not recommended for us to scale each and every map individually. So you can use this additional tool to scale it down. You are applying a paint material, then it is fine, but if you have any kind of map on your material, then you should use this thing to scale it. Right, it is clear now. How can we attach two predefined materials if we want to get two material effect? For that you have to use blenders. See, we have material blenders also. This we have blend. So these are the template where actually you can attach two materials, material 1 and material 2, and you will get a new effect. Right, also we have composite. So these are the template where you can choose your base material, then material 1, material 2, material 3. So you can attach so many materials to create that combinations, not the two material only, but we have so many patterns for that. Right, but this is not your first task. That is for that you need some experience. Just try to create individual material first, then you can use these are the other templates we have for the blending and combinations, right? We also have some ink and see shell silic material also we have. So these are the combination of material. We have two standard material over here. One is the base material and one is the silic material. So in this way you can create, but for that just practice with the simple option first. Try to understand the funda of 3ds max, and then you can go with these other options. Okay, Shivani. Hello students, am I audible to you all? हेलो, सबको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
जी सर।
ओके, तो यहाँ तक सबको पता चल गया मैं क्या बता रहा था यूवीडब्ल्यू मैप के रिगार्डिंग? So in this way we need to apply the material to all the windows, and we need to scale it properly because we have maps, right? Then go with the other colors, and for example I want to apply a different color over here. So you can turn on these edges, and here as you can see actually we have this mesh geometry, so we need to apply a single material to this geometry, otherwise it will create problems. So it is fine, we will happy with the white material, but let me apply some other material. So give me suggestion which type of material you want to apply. Also we have to apply glass material to this three panels. Where is our glass? This one. Now if you have any question regarding applying materials, then you can ask me. Hello, am I audible to you all? Are you there or not in front of your screen? I think you all are tired now, right? With the 3DS Max. Hello, am I audible to you all? Please answer me. So let me finish our today's class over here. So I think you get the idea how to apply materials from the objects, right, in your model. So you just finish your model properly. From tomorrow we will discuss about the lighting effects and light creation tools. So see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.